Do you cut that bit out?
What bit?
Your preening bit.
I've got something in my eye.
Yeah.
I've always got something in my eye. It's called my eyeball. Oh.
Well, you didn't at one point.
What do you mean?
When you had your eye operation.
Well, they didn't take my eyeball out, did
Yes,
they?
They did.
No, they can't physically do that, Paul.
You see it in all the horror films.
No, they don't do that. Anyway. Good morning. Welcome to... Are you not going to say it?
Sunday Chat!
You're allowed one more of those. Welcome to...
Richard and Paul.
Oh, okay.
Sunday Chat!
You can't fool me. That's it. Another one and you leave the room. So welcome to this week's little... I wasn't going to say it. Cut! Welcome to this week's little thing on the couch.
Can you speak today?
No, it's too early in the morning. Early in the morning. Yeah.
What was that?
What was I
That
going to
song,
say?
wasn't
Early in the morning. Yeah. Some kind of...
Some up she rises.
No.
Early in the...
Oh, yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
This is a sea shanty.
It's a sea shanty. Yeah.
We were given those at school. We sang those kind of traditional folk songs at school whilst doing country dancing.
Well, we did that, but of course
you do
in Guernsey.
Country dancing?
We did
Paul?
country dancing, yes. But of course in Guernsey, which is only 21 square miles, or 27, can't remember.
You sacrificed somebody at the end of it.
Yeah, the wicker man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had sea shanties and we had country dancing because it was sea and country.
But we had sea shanties as well, and we were in a landlocked area.
That's ridiculous.
But it was traditional at the time, wasn't it?
And there's all those Cornish singers that have done well.
Cornish singers?
Cornish fishermen and that have done really
Have
well
they?
and travel around the
I've never seen
world
them.
singing things.
We did maypole as well.
We did maypole
dancing.
We did maypole dancing.
All of these traditional...
Our school had a traditional maypole. Cattell School
So did
had
we.
a traditional maypole.
So did we.
Yeah, but ours was about 200 years old.
So was ours.
Doubt it. It was mostly a bit of netting or
It
something
wasn't.
with
It was a
pole.
proper maypole. I loved doing the maypole.
And the ribbons.
Yeah, it fascinated me. It
fantastic,
really
that.
did. Especially when somebody got tangled up in the middle.
Did they?
Yes. It wasn't
Yeah.
pretty. They had to be cut free.
Gosh, I used to love that. We had a great time at school. All the schools I went to, I loved school. Really good, especially
You
the
loved
sort of
school.
yeah, infants and what's that? You have juniors, infants and juniors. They were great. In fact, my what's it? The older school. The older school was great as well. Yeah.
I liked secondary school from the point at which I realised that I could get a laugh from everybody in the class, and that kind of went downhill from then on. Yeah, that was fun. Being naughty at school was just lovely. Don't be naughty at school, children. Work hard and get your things, whatever they call them now.
Well,
What do
they're
they
all
call them now?
changing, aren't they? The exams again.
Your GCSEs and your baccalaureates, or whatever they're going to be changing it to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You did GCEs then, did you?
We did O-levels and well, no, I didn't do A-levels. I dropped out.
Did you do any CSEs?
Yeah, I did 3 CSEs.
In what?
I did CSE, maths, French and history.
I'm surprised you did CSE French.
I was absolutely rubbish at French.
Well, you're quite good now.
No, I'm not.
Well, you are. When you get into the swing of it, you absolutely are.
But no, I was considered not very good at languages. Therefore, I was shoved into the lower band classes, because in those days you were banded according to your intelligence.
Why? Doesn't that happen now?
I don't know. Does it happen now? I thought everybody was a winner these days.
Well, yeah. Everyone's a winner, which means everyone's a loser at the same time. Our French teacher was called Miss Cox.
Did
lots
she?
Lots of smiling and smut around Miss Cox. She was a beauty as well.
Was she?
She had quite big bazookas.
Paul, this is a family show. Disgusting.
Yeah, she was into armament. She had bazookas. Yeah.
Guns. Well, that's even worse.
Yeah, she was. Oh, Mr. Major, who's our English teacher.
Yeah, all right. We're not going down.
We used to have the sort of like
school memory
rubber
lane.
board. You know
The rubber board.
What's it? The chalk rubber boards would be thrown at us, and
the eraser.
God, they were heavy. Those were
Yeah,
made
we
of,
got things thrown
they
at
were
us
made
as
of
well.
oak. Those everything in
Were
our well, yeah, everything was made of oak.
Yeah, all right. School memory lane.
Oh, that was
Cut
heavy.
now. Yeah, we've had enough. That's not on the list.
Winging it through the
It's
classroom.
not on. You've dropped the list now.
Oh dear.
Anyway, today's program is brought to you by the words brought to you.
Brought.
I.
Did you do English?
Yeah, I did. I got really high score in English. I know.
It's gone downhill.
My brain's
since.
just not
Yeah.
working now. Today's video is brought to you by the words. Oh, I've forgotten the words now. What I was going to say. Oh.
Oh.
It's brought to you by the words. Oh, I had a line. I
Well,
had
it's
the
gone
only
now.
line. You ruined it now.
He's
with this-
ready for his close-up and he's forgotten his line. What are you talking
No,
about?
it's gone now. You've ruined it.
Oh, there we are.
It's completely ruined.
It's
No.
been a busy week.
It has
It's been a
busy
really
week.
busy week this
Can we
week.
quit the talking at the same time malarkey? Can we just give each other a bit of space rather than just talking over each other all the time? Because the poor viewers can't hear what's being said. Carry on.
No, yeah, I'm giving you space.
Carry on.
It's been a busy week. You've had a bit of a challenging week at work. It's been sort of quite fraught at work for you, and it has for me too. There's been quite a few new things that have cropped up and suddenly sort of push themselves forward or put themselves back, which means that I needed to change quite a few plans that I had. But yeah, interesting week in many ways as well.
Well, it better be interesting.
Well, we now know, we've decided when, for Earth's sake, the no waste, no single use plastic shop in Cranley is going to open. So we'll be announcing that shortly.
So we don't get
It's
blown
looking-
away.
It's looking really, really good. I mean, it's amazing what they have done. They've used over 100 pallets to create the shelving.
Yeah. But
And
people have seen
I know
that.
they've seen that, but when you look at it, you sort of just, it's so unique and it's all been handcrafted. I'm quite in awe.
Well, they've done
about
a
what
brilliant
they have
job,
done.
and Nick is just a master
Absolutely.
at putting stuff together. Master carpenter, I guess you'd call him.
Well, he is. He is.
Is he?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, fantastic. I'm in awe of anybody that can do that kind of work and be so dedicated. I just amazing, really.
But it's also
Mind
the
you, you fix-
creativity
You
of it.
fixed.
What? I fix what?
Nothing.
Oh, I fixed the fence. I fixed the fence. Yeah, I haven't. I don't think that was particularly creative. Our fence fell over, and it had to be mended because we couldn't get the car in our driveway without the fence being mended. So I mended it, and I used about 4,000 screws and a post. You can say something now. So that brings us on to the fact it's been incredibly windy. I mean, just amazingly windy. Is that waves or wind?
Waves of air.
Waves of air, right. And I have been down to the allotment several times to see if the polytunnel was still standing, and it is. Well, it was, last look, which was yesterday evening. And but there is somebody who has lost their cover on our allotment, unfortunately. That cover has
Well,
gone
clearly they
in the
didn't
wind.
secure it properly, Paul.
No, I mean, I think that's the thing with
Got to
mine.
secure these things properly.
I think the frame itself is really well secured
Solid.
into the ground. It's the cover that is the issue.
And if you look back in our videos, you'll see there's a little time lapse of us erecting the polytunnel. A few years ago now, we filmed that.
2 years ago, yeah.
I didn't upload it until
About a year ago.
last year, but yeah, go and have a look, it's fun.
Yeah, I think we will, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get another season out of that.
I think
That.
we will get another 2 seasons out of it.
You've had a close inspection.
No, but it looks alright.
I don't
You
know.
can just sew up any holes, can't you?
God,
Well, Guru sewed up some things, didn't? Was it Guru that did some sewing?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and something.
Yeah.
You know.
But the you can get tape to
Yes.
fill the holes, and that's what we have got. So we will do that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been just incredibly windy.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yes.
I don't think. I mean, everyone made such a big thing about Storm Callum. When was it Callum?
I don't know. I'll give
Were
it
we
up.
on Gareth? No. What was it? Flora.
Freya.
Freya.
Then Eric.
Freya.
And
no.
then Gareth.
No, E comes before F. Freya, Gareth. It goes in alphabetical order.
Oh, does it?
Didn't you know that? It starts at A.
This is a revelation to
it
me.
goes through. It
Why?
They just do that.
I think it'd be better if they just gave them names full stop. Any name.
And they happen at. It starts again at the beginning of the year, so the alphabet. So you never really get.
But
to
nobody tells you these
P, Q, and R.
things.
I thought it was common knowledge.
No.
I thought if you have sort of like, Eric, Freya, Gareth, Callum, bit further back, it's sort of A, B, C, D. No.
I had no
Oh,
idea.
dear, there we are.
Oh, God.
And then we had a huge amount of wind between Freya and Gareth that nobody seemed to know about. I think that's when we did the video upstairs. And now we've got Gareth, and Gareth seems to be hanging around quite a bit. It is extremely gusty. You were going to do the window boxes again, weren't you? You were going to check on them and pull them back to make sure
Well,
they
I was
don't
actually
go
going to move them.
flying off. But there we are. Very, very windy.
Welcome to the Paul Show.
I'll shut up now.
No, you carry on. You've got plenty to say, Paul.
What are we talking about now?
I don't know. You've got the list.
Brexit.
I did promise that I would do the Told You So dance. Didn't I? From Will and Grace. It's not my Told You So dance. Copyright Will and Grace. Told you so, told you so, told you, told you, told you so. And I'm also going to laugh on the other side of my arse. Well, I've been saying for how many months it's not going to happen.
Oh, it is going to happen.
Yes, but it's not happening. They've had 2 years. 2 years.
More than
A whole government filled with supposedly intelligent people
Well, people who run the country.
that we trust. Well, we're supposed, to trust.
them. Yeah.
They run our country and they've had 2 years to do it. And they haven't. They have failed miserably. Les misérables. That's what they are. Miserable excuses for politicians. They really are. And I don't want to leave. That's the thing. But they know that if they turn around and say, yeah, and this is my opinion, if they turn around and say, we're going to cancel Brexit, we're no longer going to do it, which would be great, they know that there would be public unrest on a grand scale.
Civil unrest, yeah.
And they also know that because they've cut so many police, they would not be able to police it.
Yeah.
They would have to call in the army because there would be mass protests from all the 51% of the people.
So it was 52.
Half or whatever, half the voting population.
No, it wasn't half. It wasn't 50. It was of those people
whatever.
who voted.
Don't split hairs. Half of the people of the voting people of the people that
52%
voted in the
of
referendum.
those who voted. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They know what I'm saying. Would protest, and they're frightened of that. That's why Theresa May will not let go, because she wants to be a people pleaser. She wants to please the people.
Oh, she doesn't.
She's not.
She didn't give a.
She's not
a horse's doody about
she's
that.
a Remainer. She's a liar. Liar. Pants on fire.
Her horrible leather brown pants.
I'm sorry.
Though I do agree with you.
The woman, on so many levels, is just a complete and utter failure. Fail, fail, fail.
Anyway, Brexit.
And she's certainly not a style icon.
Brexit will happen.
Theresa May. That's what I say.
Brexit will happen.
Anyway, let's move on now,
and it
shall
looks
we?
as though it's going to happen on the 30th of June now.
Yeah, really.
So, but the
Really?
only way, really, it's going to happen, and we've seen the machinations of this in the last few days, is with the votes of the DUP.
Oh, wow.
And of course, Northern Ireland has
What a
a
lovely
challenge.
bunch of people.
Has a challenge with the sitting parliament at the moment because it didn't really have one. So the people who are going to, in my opinion, get Brexit through is the DUP, because they will be paid for their votes like they were when the coalition deal was done with them. Not coalition, but the support deal. Yeah,
The bribe deal.
So they will be bribed again. More money will go to Northern Ireland, which I don't have an issue with.
No.
But I have an issue with the concept of buying votes, because of course if we were all voting and people are buying our votes or paying us to vote a certain way, that's voter fraud. But of course when it comes to Parliament and votes in Parliament, all of the sort of rules of voter fraud go out the window, and it's all about negotiation and politics. It isn't, it's voter fraud. And the DUP, I think, will vote with her next week as long as they get their way and they get their money, and they will be voting against their own people who chose Remain by 67% in Northern Ireland. So the irony of this whole shambles is that on Theresa May's third vote, if she gets the support of the DUP, Brexit will happen and the DUP will be voting against the people who actually voted for them to be in government and who voted to remain in the EU. Astonishing.
Yes, it is astonishing. And I'll just finally tie it up with telling you why I have a problem with these people. Mainly because they're homophobic, lying, egotistical, hypocritical bigots. And then we'll end on that.
There we are. Moving on. Tomatoes. I think that video has gone up, hasn't it? Tomato sowing.
It will have gone up yesterday morning. Saturday morning it went up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
yes,
right.
Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's our seed sowing of our Amish paste and a few other varieties as well.
Yeah.
Though we're sowing Amish paste in with 4 different seeds, so you'll see about that.
Yeah.
But our alien tomatoes,
which you've also seen about.
they're doing okay at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that had their second set of leaves are looking pretty strong.
Good.
However, the ones where we cut them up into chunks or put in the tomato virtually whole, they're not doing so well. So we'll do an update for that next week and see exactly what we do have.
Don't drop the list again, Paul.
Right,
What?
Planet Vegetaria.
Oh, it's going so well. We're delighted. Absolutely delighted with the number of people that are joining. Thank you so much. There's lots of people sharing stuff, recipes, photographs, gardening things, planet things. It's lovely. It's really great. It's turned out to be a really enjoyable group to be part of, even though we started it, obviously. It's become your group, and that's the way it should be, you know. We're just the administrators.
But pea shoots is the latest trend, isn't it?
Pea shoots.
We've done bread.
Pea shoots are great. They're so versatile, as the Americans say. They really are. They can. What? Well, that's what the Americans say, versatile, don't they?
I know, but it's
I'm just
you're being
paying
international homage
to our American friends.
Absolutely.
It's showing that I do understand the American language.
Well, that's because we watch lots of American programs.
Yes, it is like a different language in many ways. It's got a different rhythm. I love the way the Americans deliver lines in comedy shows and films.
It's
so
very precise.
Well, I wasn't going to use the word precise. I was going to say the rhythm is so much more flowy and fluid. That's right. I love it. Anyway, so yeah, Planet Vegetaria, or PV as we like to call it, is great. What? It's just your foot.
It's tapping my foot.
Well, I wasn't tapping it deliberately. It wasn't a cue. Normally when I give you a cue of that description, you completely ignore it or don't get it. I'll be jabbing him in the ribs at a dinner party and he won't understand that it's time to go. Or time to shut up talking about that subject when I'm kicking his shins under the table. Anyway, yes. So, very good. If you haven't joined us, it's not just about vegetarianism.
No, it's not.
You can join as part of a meat-free Monday or meat-free Tuesday or 2 other days.
Cheese-free Tuesday.
Whatever you want. You can share recipes as long as they don't have gratuitous scenes of bloody meat violence.
What we should say is a big thanks to Rob.
Thanks
To Rob of Essayons. I always get that wrong. Essayons Family Garden, is it?
I think so.
Yeah. I always want to say Essayons Garden. Essayons Family Garden. For doing the winning recipe.
Trevor J. Brown's salted chili noodles, which we've yet to do.
Yeah.
That will be coming up soon.
April, I think.
April.
That will be April.
You can't do that, can you?
I can't, no. I can't say...
It's because you didn't do drama.
Well, no, it's because I've got a list when it comes to...
You haven't got a list.
When it comes to R.
No, it's not a list.
What is it?
It's something else, but it's not a list.
I can't say my R's.
It's very easy.
No, I can't do it.
Extremely easy to do.
I can't do it. Did you do an O-level in that?
I did drama.
Did you do an O-level just in going like that?
No.
No.
I have a tongue and I can use it.
Yeah, there we are. I think that's about it for today.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. How terrible. Can't we just ramble on a little bit longer?
Oh, I can ramble on, absolutely.
You certainly can, Paul.
Today, going
You
to
said
be
that was
making
it.
a butter bean stew,
Oh.
which I'm looking forward to.
We're
I'm
not
doing
filming it though, are we?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
Yeah, I am. So,
Well,
so
that's
gonna be
certainly
doing
not
that.
being edited this
No.
week. There's too
No.
much on the go
No,
to
I'm
edit
filming it.
another video. There's just so many videos to edit. Which I'm not complaining, but don't add to the list. That's going to have to go on next week's.
Oh, I will. This is for the
roster.
future. It's not for now. But I'm
You
doing
have to
it.
take it off your
doing it
memory
now.
card.
Oh, I'll take it off my thing because my phone gets all full of memory.
I've told him
when
to
I do
learn
that.
how to use this camera so he can have better quality videos, but he just won't learn. It's very easy. It's very easy to do. I'm having
but
some
I can't
tea
look
now.
at myself then.
Well, you've got to learn to trust in your...
Yeah, but if I
inner-
use your camera, I'd be
whatever.
doing seed sowing, and you'd get my right ear or something.
See, I was saying something there, he just starts talking over me all the time.
Seed sowing this afternoon. Sowing a whole bunch of seeds in the polytunnel that I just haven't done in the last couple of months. I'm so behind, but at the same time, I'm not behind because I've still got time to sow them. So that's okay.
So you're hoping that the growing season will be long.
Well, I'm
Really?
hoping that the growing season will be long. I'm hoping that we have a similar summer to last year,
Oh,
actually.
God.
I know many people won't be, he won't be.
Oh no, please, please, no, 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 no. I can't bear it. I can't bear it. It's not too bad being here because it's cooler in here, but it's being at work in that awful, horrible, hot environment
Fishbowl.
with low ceilings. Here we've got high ceilings, so the heat has room to rise, but at work you're trapped in this little box and oh no, it's horrendous.
I mean, it's when you realise sash windows do work because they
do
ventilate
work, they
the
circulate. Yeah, but we don't open the windows in summer.
room. No, when it's we open the windows and then when it gets to being
It gets
sunny,
hot.
we close the windows and
And
then
the
we put the
shutters.
shutters down as well because then that just keeps the heat.
There's no
out.
point in opening your windows and doors like people do on a boiling hot day and letting in all the pollution and the hot air from outside. You're best to cool it down in the morning when the sun isn't on you and then close up in the afternoon and it stays cool. It stays 10 degrees cooler in this room, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You
At
know.
least.
Anyway, that's to come. I really don't want that heat again. I
I
want
just
a
want-
normal British summer.
I want the
That's
tomato.
what I
I'm not
want.
doing any tomatoes inside in the polytunnel this year. I'm doing
Why
all
not?
my tomatoes outside.
Why not?
So I'm going to use the polytunnel in a different way this year.
Oh.
I think the one thing with a green, the polytunnel, the shape of the polytunnel is not conducive, in my opinion,
To
growing
tomatoes.
tomatoes, because when they get to sort of like 6-7 foot high, they're obviously curling along the roof. And
So what are you growing in there instead? How are you going to be using the polytunnel in a different way? Maybe as a summer house? What? You
I'm-
could sit in there on a sunny,
I'm going to be
cold
doing more
day
different
and feel warm.
salads, and also putting some flowers in there as well. And then I'm going to have basil in there and a couple of other sort of Mediterranean herbs, and keep an area just a bit drier for them.
Lovely.
So that's what I'm doing this year. So it's going to be more sort of parsley, coriander, basil, some thyme in there as well.
Oh,
So
pardon me.
that's what I'm doing this year, and we've got lavender that we're growing as well. So that will be in there. So
What,
I may
lavender babies?
yeah, baby lavenders. So I may do a bit more staging in the polytunnel, so that there's more areas to actually grow things.
More drama.
So on the left-hand side, I will keep that keep that for growing.
Have some of your tea!
On the left-hand side, I'll keep that for growing.
You see? Richard knows best.
And then at the back,
Have
I'll be
some of
doing
your
different
tea.
things. So,
Honestly.
and my sheds.
Well,
Don't know what to do. I'm
Take a
thinking
match
I'm going to
to
have
them.
to replace them. I really don't want to, but there's one in particular which really is falling apart. Yeah, and I think I need to bite the bullet when it gets a bit drier. Come May, hopefully it'll be a bit drier. Obviously May usually has showers. See what happens.
it's alright. It's gone now.
What's that noise?
It's a plane.
It's a plane.
It's not a tornado, don't worry.
I know, but it sounded odd. Sometimes the plane's taking
Well,
off.
nearly ate the string then.
The plane's taking off at Heathrow, which, how far is Heathrow?
A couple of miles?
More than that.
No, it's a couple of miles.
No, it can't be. It would take. No.
What do you mean, no?
It must be about 10 or 12 miles away.
It's not 10
How
or
long?
12.
How long would it take to walk to Heathrow?
I don't know, I've never walked there.
It would take a couple of hours.
I don't know.
So yeah, it must be 10
Well,
miles
what?
away.
A
something
mile
like
is
that.
20 minutes, isn't it?
No, it's 4 miles an hour people walk out unless they've got long legs.
I thought a mile was 20 minutes.
I think people walk at 4 miles an hour generally. You walk about, yeah, you walk a bit quicker than that. No, I don't know. Anyway, it's quite a way away. But when the air is slightly damp and when the wind is in this direction, blowing from there to here, you get some really odd noises as the big
Well,
planes.
the
take
planes
off.
are taking off in the opposite direction to our house, so you hear the engine noise because the engines are facing us.
Yeah.
I think that's a better description, don't you, Paul? Finished?
Yeah.
Good. That's it now. Are you sure you've covered all the points on the list? Absolutely sure. Final check? Mm. Yeah? Specials of...
Next week.
Oh yes, we've got a special video coming for you next week. Something a little bit different. Yes, I'm going to be doing a Skype call with Dame Judi Dench, Barbara Streisand and Britney Spears. Direct from LA. Not really, I'm joking. No. Yes, it's a surprise, something a little bit different. It's not celebrity related, even though we have a huge number of celebrity friends that we regularly talk to. It's not to do with celebrities, it's something just a little bit different, you know, a little bit different. Shake it up a little bit, innit?
What is that?
Shake it up a little bit.
What's
Yeah,
that?
that's
East
right.
End or something?
That's right. Yeah, Essex.
Essex.
Yeah, just something a little bit different, so look out for that. Meanwhile, look out for all the beautiful videos that will be popping up in your notifications as long as you've hit the bell to get notifications of when we do post a new video. There'll be lots of things on offer this week. I think it's almost a video per day at the moment. You're very lucky. You're very
Do you have
lucky.
to subscribe? You have to subscribe before you can hit the bell, don't you?
You've got to subscribe.
Yeah.
Got to be part of the club.
Mm.
We could do a special club.
We got Planet Vegetaria. Yeah.
No, have a think about that. We're going now. Goodbye. Thank you so much to old and new subscribers. Old and new, near and far, international and national, and
Are you sure you did English?
and people in other galaxies. Or maybe
yeah.
aliens who are listening to this broadcast who are zooming past the solar system and just happen to catch us on the airwaves. Welcome one and all, we're an inclusive channel.
I did actually see yesterday, I was just checking Facebook, my nephew, is he my nephew-in-law?
No, he's not.
What is he? He's my niece's husband. There was a photo of him watching our last week's Sunday chat, and I looked at the photo and I thought, oh, who's that? I recognise those people. And it took me a split second to realise that it was actually him watching us doing Sunday chat on his big TV. So there we are. Thank you for watching, Jamie. I'm sure you were absolutely enthralled by everything that was going on.
Obviously. Goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Near, far, intergalactica.
Don't start that again. You've done all of that. We're saying goodbye.
I'm just worried
Have
that
a good
I might
Sunday.
miss out a group of people, now there's so many categories.
Have a good Sunday evening. Have a good week. I hope the week ahead brings you joy and less wind.
And peace. Peace.
And pea shoots. I hope it brings you pea shoots.
Goodbye.
Peace shoots.
Goodbye.
Bye.